Ombare's life was transformed overnight. His once empty kraal now teemed with the finest cattle, their sleek hides a testament to Nyamgondho's magic. His small hut gave way to a large, comfortable home, and the aroma of roasted meat and brewed busa, traditional beer, replaced the usual scarcity. He was no longer the poor fisherman, but a respected elder, his days filled with the leisurely pace of wealth. Nyamgondho, his mysterious wife, oversaw their prosperity, her presence bringing an aura of quiet power to their household. Their children, born of this extraordinary union, were healthy and strong, though they bore a faint, almost imperceptible shimmer to their skin, a subtle reminder of their mother's origins. Despite their immense wealth, Nyamgondho had one strict condition for Ombare. "My love," she would say, her voice gentle but firm, "you must never, under any circumstances, allow the cattle from the lake to graze on the dry, parched land of the hills. They must always remain near the water's edge, where the grass is green and soft, and where they can drink freely from the lake. Their health and our fortune depend on it." Ombare, still awed by her power and grateful for their prosperity, readily agreed, ensuring the herdsmen always followed her command. Years passed, and Ombare grew accustomed to his immense wealth. The memories of his impoverished days began to fade, replaced by a comfortable complacency. One season, a severe drought struck the region. The grass near the lake, though still better than elsewhere, began to wither. The cattle, though robust, seemed less vibrant. Ombare, now a bit complacent, and perhaps feeling the weight of his age and the allure of easy solutions, began to fret. His friends, unaware of Nyamgondho's strict warning, grumbled about the drying pastures. Driven by a desire to show off his vast herds even more, or perhaps simply to ease his worry, Ombare made a fateful decision. "Take the cattle to the highlands," he instructed his herdsmen. "There, the grass is still green and plentiful from the last rains, far from the lake's reach." The herdsmen, though hesitant, obeyed their master. They drove the magnificent cattle away from the familiar lakeside pastures, up into the drier, higher grounds. As the first of the cattle stepped onto the parched earth of the hills, a change began. Their once sleek hides seemed to dull. Their steps grew heavy. Nyamgondho, sensing the breaking of her sacred pact, felt a tremor run through her. She confronted Ombare, her eyes filled with sorrow and a terrible understanding. "You have broken your promise," she cried, her voice echoing with the mournful sound of the lake itself. "The pact is broken. They must return." She rushed out, blowing her horn, not to call them forth this time, but to summon them back. The cattle, responding to her call, turned and began to make their slow, sorrowful way back towards Lake Victoria, their heads bowed, their once vibrant forms now a pale shadow of their former glory. As the last of the cattle disappeared beneath the waves, Nyamgondho turned to Ombare, her eyes reflecting the deep sorrow of the lake. "You have forgotten the source of your blessings, Ombare," she said, her voice filled with a final, heartbreaking regret. "You chose fleeting ambition over sacred trust. My home is the lake, and with the cattle, I must return." Without another word, she walked towards the water's edge. Ombare, his heart shattered by his folly, rushed forward, pleading, calling her name, but it was too late. With a final, sorrowful look back, Nyamgondho stepped into the shimmering waters of Lake Victoria. The lake embraced her, and with her disappeared the last vestige of Ombare's incredible fortune, leaving him once again a poor, lonely fisherman, haunted by the memory of the lake maiden and the riches he had squandered. And so, the story of Nyamgondho serves as a powerful reminder of trust, gratitude, and the consequences of greed, a timeless tale passed down through generations along the shores of Lake Victoria.